Hello and welcome to 6 Minute Maths, and in this session we're going to look at a level 1 test question for functional maths involving averages, and this may just run slightly over 6 minutes. I've got a couple of examples rather than one, so let's just remind ourselves of the formula for working out the average or the average mean. So to work out the average mean, we add up all the values and divide them by the number of values to give us an answer. Okay, so let's have a look at the first question I've got here. So the question says, 5 friends want to do a parachute jump for charity. They must raise a mean average of at least £420 each before they do the jump. Here are the amounts each friend has raised, and we've got a table there with the amounts in. Have the friends raised a mean average of at least 420? Please show a check of your working. Okay, so let's have a look. So the first thing we'll need to do is work out the average. So we'll need to add that data up. Remember, add the values and divide it by the number of values. So we've got 509 plus 381 plus 425 plus 390 plus 455. Okay, sorry about that, it's a bit scrawly. Let's just use the calculator for that, just to check the answer. Always better to do that. 509 plus 381 plus 425 plus 390 plus 455 equals, that gives us a value of £2,160. So I'll just make a note of that. So 2160 is the total. Okay, so we need to divide that by the number of values, and there's 5 people involved, so we're dividing that by 5. Divide by 5 is 432. Okay, so 2160 divided by 5 equals 432. So that's the answer. Have the friends raised a mean average of at least £420? Well, yes, they have. It's 432. But the question's not finished there. It says show a check of your working. So we're getting 1 mark for reading the table, 1 mark for calculating the average, 1 mark for finding the answer, and 1 mark for doing a check. So as a check for this one, we could just very simply go 432 times by the 5 friends will equal £2,160. Okay, so that's the first example. Now the second example is a little bit trickier, and it's one that I found which I thought I should bring to your attention. I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit, and the quality of the question is a little bit grainy, I do apologise. So it says John finds this graph showing the price of 1 litre fuel at 5 local garages. And you've got a graph there with the prices for the garages, price per litre, and the garage name at the bottom. It goes on to say, and I'll just zoom in a little bit, the UK average price for 1 litre of fuel is 126.57 pence. John wants to know if the mean price of the fuel at his local garage is above the UK average price. Compare the mean price of the 5 garages with the UK average price. So the first thing we need to do is read the table. So A-Bone Garage, which is the first one, we need to get that value. And I've noticed that these are going up in 0.2. So we've got, starting at the bottom, 120.2, then 120.4, 120.6, 120.8, and then 121, and so on and so forth. So it would be 120.2, 121.2, 121.4, 121.6, 121.8, going to 122. So I'm looking at this now, and it's 124.246, and then it's halfway in between. So this value here is 124.7. And the next value for fuel stop, that one's 129.2.4. 1, 2, 9.4. And then for C motors, we're at 128 here, 0.2, 0.4, 0.5, so it's 128.5. Gas for you is 123.2, 0.4, 123.4. And then the petrol place is 121.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 0.9, 121.9. So I'll just write those down. 124.7, 129.4, 128.5, 123.4, and 121.9. Okay, so let's get our trusty calculator and find the total values. And this is a 5-mark question, so you would expect more to it. 129.4. Be very careful with your calculations. And on the test, always check it again just to make sure you have got the right values in there. So I'm getting 627.9. So the total is 627.9. Okay, so I take that value and I divide it by the 5 garages. Gives me an average of 125.58. Okay, so let's just look at the question. It says the UK average price for fuel is 126.57. John wants to know if the mean price at his local garage is above the UK average price. Well, no, it's not. It's below. It's less than the UK average price. So 1 mark for reading the graph, 1 mark for doing the average and finding a total, 1 mark for getting that total, 1 mark for saying whether it's above or below. That's 4 marks. If we just move down, it says show a check somewhere. I've seen it says show a check. Compare the price. So if we do a check, oh, it's 4 marks. No, that's right. That's fine. There's not a check on there. But if we were to do a check, we could quite easily do as a check. Really important, these checks for functional skills. 125.58 times by 5 should equal 627.9. And that's it. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and we'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.